There's a pattern printed on almost everything you own. Cereal boxes, shipping labels, hospital wristbands, even your driver's license. It's completely unglamorous, nobody thinks about it. But it quietly coordinates a meaningful share of the global economy. It's the barcode. And it sat almost completely unused for over 20 years after it was invented, because the technology to actually read it didn't exist yet. The idea starts in 1948. At Philadelphia's Drexel Institute of Technology, a local supermarket executive had a request for 2 graduate students. The other student, Bernard Silver, overheard the request and brought it to Woodland. Find a way to automatically read product information at checkout. One of them, Norman Joseph Woodland, couldn't stop thinking about it. The story goes that the answer came to him on a Miami beach, dragging his fingers through the sand, thinking about Morse code. Dots and dashes stretched into lines of different widths. In 1952, Woodland and Bernard Silver patented the idea. Not a rectangle, a circular bullseye of concentric rings. There was just one problem. In 1952, no laser existed small or cheap enough to scan it. No computer existed fast or affordable enough to process it either. So the idea sat mostly dormant, decades ahead of the hardware it actually needed. Through the 1950s and 60s, supermarkets kept growing anyway. Bigger stores, more products, longer checkout lines. Every single item still tallied by a cashier reading a price tag. By the early 1970s, the grocery industry was desperate to standardize. A committee of manufacturers and retailers picked one format. Everyone would use the same code, the same way. The rectangular striped universal product code. The version that stuck wasn't even Woodland's circular bullseye. IBM engineer George Laurer redesigned it as a simpler grid of straight black lines. Adopted in 1973, by then laser technology and computing had finally caught up. A scanner could read the code in a fraction of a second. June 26, 1974. A Marsh supermarket in Troy, Ohio. A cashier rang up the first retail product ever sold with a barcode. A 10-pack of Wrigley's juicy fruit gum. It's preserved today at the Smithsonian. What looked like a small convenience quietly rewired retail. Checkout got faster. Inventory tracked itself in real time. Stores finally knew exactly what was selling, where and when. No one counting boxes by hand. Once the code proved itself at the checkout counter, it escaped the grocery store. Onto shipping crates. Onto hospital charts and library books. Onto boarding passes. Eventually, onto almost every manufactured object on Earth. The same basic idea, scaled up almost unimaginably. By the 1980s, it was standard on nearly every packaged product sold in America. Modern global trade runs on it. Every shipping container, every pallet, every package, scanned and tracked automatically. At every single point it changes hands. Anywhere in the world. Every warehouse, every delivery truck, every customs checkpoint. A pattern invented to sell gum faster now moves the entire planet's freight. You've probably scanned 100 barcodes this month, without thinking about a single one of them. That's sort of the point. The best infrastructure isn't the kind you notice. It's the kind that just quietly, invisibly keeps working.